Today we'll start with the topic error detection and correction. And in that, first we will see what do you mean by error, and then how many types of error are there. Okay, and then what is redundancy. These 3 points we will see today. Okay, so let's start with the topic. Topic will be error, and in this we will see definition of error, types of error, and then we will see what is redundancy. So if you see the contents, the first one is what is an error, second one is types of error, and in that types we will see what is single bit error, what is burst error, and then we will see what is redundancy. Okay, so first starting with what is an error. Okay, so as I've told you, error is a thing which you will understand or which you will detect, and after detection which you can correct it at the receiver stage. But you have to make some arrangements at the transmitter so that you are able to detect it at the receiver. Now, error means what? Whatever signal you have sent from transmitter to receiver, okay, or transmitter to receiver, is not been correctly coming to the receiver. The data has not correctly come to the receiver. So there is some a difference in the order of the bits. One can become 0, 0 can become 1, like that. Okay, and if there is a mistake in receiving the data, then we say there is error in the data received, and that can take place due to many reasons. Like it can take place due to heat, it can take place due to magnetism, it can take place due to electricity. Okay, so first we will see what is an error. Okay, if you see the definition for error, error is a condition when the output information does not match with the input information. That is very true. The information which is going to reach the receiver is not matching what information you have sent from the transmitter. Okay, that is, during transmission, digital signals suffer from noise that can introduce errors in the binary bits which are traveling from one system to other. That means a 0 bit may change to 1 or a 1 bit may change to 0. Now here we are telling specifically about the digital data 0 and 1. So this error can happen. So error when the output information does not match with the input information. Very simple. The information which reaches the receiver is not matching with the information what was sent by the transmitter. It has suffered. It has suffered from noise, and that can introduce error. Error means what in binary bits? A 0 bit may change to logic 1, or a logic 1 can change to logic 0. So that is an error that will change the information meaning itself. Okay. Similarly, if you see large and whole or definition for error in a communication, you can see that error transmitted from source to destination can be corrupted due to many factors, which includes unpredictable interference. Unpredictable. It is not predicted. Interference will not be predicted. It is unpredictable interference from heat, from magnetism, and from electricity. This is known as error. So data transmitted from source to destination can be corrupted due to many factors, which includes unpredictable interference from heat, magnetism, and electricity, and this is known as error. Okay, that means whatever you are going to send from the transmitter and whatever you are receiving at the receiver, it is not same. It is not matching. It is not matching. Somewhere some difference have taken place, and because of that, the received information, the received message, the received data, we say that it is having an error, and that error at the receiver you should be able to detect and you should be able to correct. That is what we are going to see in this process. Now, after knowing what is error, we will see what are the types of error. So if you go to see the types of error, there are two types of error. One is called as single bit error and the other one is called as burst error. One is called as single bit error and the other one is called as burst error. So first we will see what do we mean by single bit error. So here in the figure we have shown what is single bit error. So number one, this you can take it as single bit single bit error. Okay, so here on the top side we have shown some data. This is a data which is sent. This is a data which is sent from the transmitter. This is transmitted data. Transmitted data. Okay. Now in this data, you can see the data is 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is what is been sent. And after receiving, you have noticed that the fifth number data, that is this one, has been received as 0. Has been received as 0. This is an error. This is an error. Okay, so this is your received signal. This is your received data. Okay, and in that received data, you have seen that one bit has changed from 1 to 0. While receiving, it has been received because of noise, distortion, error. There is an error because of noise and distortion, and that error is happening for one bit. If it is happening like this, when the received data is changed by one bit, if 1 becomes 0 or 0 becomes 1, then it is called as single bit error. Okay. So here you can define single bit error means that only one bit of the given data unit is changed from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Data unit can be of byte, it can be of a character or packet. The figure shows the effect of single bit error on a data unit. A single bit error can occur in parallel transmission. They are less likely to occur in serial transmission. If 8 wires are used and one of the wire is noisy, then one bit can be corrupted. Practically, if you see, if you are sending 8-bit data by 8 wires, and in that 8 wires, if one wire becomes noisy, okay, it is not transmitting data properly, then one bit can be corrupted. Corrupted means what? Logic 1 can become 0 while receiving, or logic 0 can become 1 while receiving. That will be taken as data corrupted. Okay, so this is what the diagram shows, and this is what is called as single bit error. A single bit is been changed. Either 1 is changed to 0 as shown in the figure, or sometimes 0 is changed to 1. Okay, so anything can happen. Okay, so this is mostly seen in parallel or transmission, and it is very less seen in serial transmission. Means what? When you send many bits together at the same time, it is called as parallel or transmission. You can send 8 bit, 16 bit, and if you are sending bitwise data, then it is called as serial transmission. Clear? So this type of error is very rarely seen in serial transmission, but it is mostly seen in parallel transmission. Okay, so anyway, we'll go with the theory of this. So if you see single bit error, the term single bit error means that only one bit of given data unit, one bit, either it is logic 1 or logic 0, one bit of given data unit, such as a byte, character, or data unit, is changed from 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Single bit errors are least likely type of errors that take place in serial data transmission, but they are more likely to happen in parallel data transmission. This is what we are told earlier also. Okay, so this is what is the first type of error, which is called as single bit error. Then second type of error we will see as burst error. So here this will be the diagram for second type of error. So second type of error, which will be called as burst, B-U-R-S-T, burst error. Okay, this will be burst error. Now burst means you are having a group of bits. When there is a group of bits, it is called as burst. Okay, The term burst means that there are two or more bits in the data unit. Okay. Now here burst error means what? Burst error means that two or more bits in the data have changed from 1 to 0 or from 0 to 1. Okay. Now in this figure, we see that the top data as shown is your transmitted data and the down data shown is your received data. Okay. So here you can see this is what is your transmitted data. This is transmitted data or sent data. Okay. Now this data, if you see here, it was 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay. Now after receiving, this is your received data. After receiving it, received data, you see that here this one has been received as 0, then this one has been received as 0, then you see here this one has been received as 0, and this 0 has been received as 1. Okay. Now here bits in between have been received wrongly, and 4 bits we have shown that we have received wrongly. So starting from here, this is the first bit, this is the second bit, this is the third bit, this is the fourth bit, this is the fifth bit, this is the sixth bit. So the first bit and second bit is received wrongly. The fifth bit and sixth bit is received wrongly. Okay. And in between, third and fourth bit are received correctly. But when you speak about burst error, when you speak about burst error, it does not necessarily mean that error occurs in consecutive bits, successive bits. The length of the burst is measured from the first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit as shown. So here from the first to the last, so 6 bits will be the length of the error, that is the burst error. This is 6 bits will be taken as corrupted, and those will be called as burst error. This is the length of the burst error. Okay, 6 bits. Actually, what has changed? The change bits are bit number 1 and bit number 2, bit number 5 and bit number 6. These are the change bits. But we take the length of the burst as first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit as shown in the figure. Okay. Some bits in between may have not been corrupted. Burst error is most likely to happen in serial transmission. Okay. So it is most likely to happen in serial transmission of data. Clear? So if you go to see the theory of burst error, the term burst error means that two or more bits in the data unit have changed from 0 to 1 or vice versa, 1 to 0. Note that burst error does not necessarily means that error occurs in consecutive bits. The length of the burst error is measured from the first corrupted bit to the last corrupted bit. Some bits in between may not be corrupted. Burst errors are most likely to happen in serial transmission. This is what theory you should be able to write for your burst error. Then after seeing these two types of errors, that is your single bit error and burst error, then we'll go to see what do we mean by redundancy. Okay. Now in redundancy, what we will see, we'll have a concept that say you are having some message bits. Say these are some message bits, whatever you are going to send. 4 message bits, say we are going to send this. This is as message bits, message bits. We can name them as, or we'll just take it as example as 1010. These are message bits. Now this you are going to send by the sender. This sender is going to send this. This will be your source or the sender who is going to send this message bits. Okay. And with this message bits you are going to send. Okay. Then along with the message bits, some additional bits we are going to add. Some additional bits we are going to add to the message so that you can check errors at the receiver. Okay. Then what we will do here is, if our message is this, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our message bits, what we have taken. Message bits. So let this be an example as 1010. Okay. There are a few bits we will send as check bits. Say a few bits we will send as check bits. Say here we are sending additional 3 bits. Okay, and let the 3 bits be 111. Okay. Now this will be your check bits. This 3 will be your check bits. These bits are helping you to detect error when the data is received at the receiver. So this is check bit and these are your message bits. These are your message bits. Okay, message. Now message bits is having information. This is having information. Whereas check bit is not carrying any information. It is only a order pattern of bits. Okay. And this together, check bits and message bits together will be called as code word. Will be called as code word. So this is what code word you are going to send. That is, along with message bits at the sending end or at the transmitter, you are going to add certain extra bits in order to check errors at the receiver. Okay. So that addition of extra bits, those bits which are not carrying any information, those bits are called as redundant bits. And the process of adding these bits is known as redundancy. Okay. So if you see the theory for this, so here you can see at the transmitter or the sending end, additional bits are added to the message bits in order to check errors at the receiver. These additional bits do not contain any information and hence they are known as redundant bits, and the process of adding these bits in a specific rule, because they have been added with a specific manner, a specific rule, a specific method, the process of adding these extra bits in a specific rule is known as redundancy. Now a redundancy process improves the error performance of the system. We want to improve the error performance of the system. That means at the receiver you should be able to detect that there is an error. Okay, and after detection, if there is any process of correcting it, you should be able to correct it, but error should be known, and if errors are known they can be minimized, and if errors are minimized the communication is better, it is nice. So at the receiving end, the redundant bits, whichever extra bits you have sent along with the message bits, the redundant bits are eliminated and only the message bits are retained for extracting the information. So it is simple. While sending, you send some extra bits in a specific pattern along with the information bits. And that will be called, those extra bits, whatever you are going to add, will not have any information, but they will be in a specific manner. They will be in a specific pattern, and those bits will be called as redundant bits. And this process of adding these bits is known as redundancy. And afterwards, when you receive the signal, you check those pattern of the redundant bits and you understand whether error has taken place or not. And then while extracting the information, you eliminate those redundant bits, those extra bits, and take only the information bits. Take only the information bits so that you can understand the information. Okay. So with this, what you will do, you will minimize the error. You can detect the error. You can correct the error. Okay. Many things you can do. And this is the concept of redundancy. Thank you, students.